Good evening, people. We are continuing our journey into game prototyping using Unity, beginner friendly, intermediate level friendly, whatever friendly. So we're moving on with the Carnival minigames, and for today I chose like the horse race that you find at carnivals, where you throw a ball down a board and it has some holes at the end. Each hole represents some points that your horse advances over a racetrack with. Simple, right? Um, I chose this one because I want to show off my Blender skills, which but just wanted to show that if you don't have a shape that you need, that you cannot make in Unity immediately, it's very easy to do it in Blender. And in this case, the shape I'm talking about is the hole. Um, it's a non-convex physics shape. There are no primitives for non-convex shapes in Unity. You can approximate it with box colliders, but I wanted to make it in Blender because the visual part of it, I don't know how to make it in Unity. If there is such a package that's free or that's I'm not aware of. So we're gonna start making the hole immediately. So let's open Blender. Ta-dam, ta-da-dam, ta-dam. Blender starts with this default cube in it, which we don't need. So bye-bye. Now the idea to make a hole is just to make a simple plane and use a cylinder to make a hole in it. After that, extrude the margins of the hole downwards to make the walls of the hole, if you will. And we're gonna make two versions of it, and I will show you why. So I'm gonna just walk you step by step. Just press Shift A to add a mesh, which will be a plane. That's it. And Shift A again, add a mesh, cylinder. Down here, I'm gonna add double the number of vertices. I want it to look perfect. No, this is just messing around. I'm gonna scale it. I pressed S and I'm gonna scale it a bit like this. Now I'm gonna select the plane again, go to this range here, add a modifier. It's called Boolean. Let it on difference. And now I'm gonna select the cylinder with the eyedropper. And from this down arrow, click apply. And now the hole has been made in the plane. I just need to get rid of the cylinder. Voila! Now we go into edit mode, press tab, and we're gonna select all the vertices holding shift around the hole. Press E from extrude and ooh! No, press Z to lock it on Z axis, and I think it should be, this is long enough. That's it. Press tab again. Now we're in object mode. We're not going to cover the end of the hole here. I'm gonna use a separate object, box collider, because I want to detect the ball when it touches the end of the hole. Okay, so now all we need to do is export this, select export, FBX, go into wherever you want your Unity project is. I'm gonna make a folder here called called what? Models. What else? Go into it, and now for the settings. Selected objects only. I don't want it to export the camera and the light. I'm going to scale 1. This is what Unity likes. Forward Z, minus Z forward. Y up. Apply transform. Remove fake animation. These are the settings that you want to use for Unity, because Blender has the axis weirdly. Z is up, Y is right, and no, Y is forward. Never mind. Export. And I told you we're gonna make a new one. Okay. Why? Well, this has too many vertices, and if you were to use this as a physics collider, I'm not sure we are over the limit of 256 vertices for a mesh collider, but we do not need such detail for the physics. So we're gonna add another plane here, add another cylinder, mesh cylinder, but this time only 8 vertices for it. And we're going to use a scale, and we're going to match the previous hole we made in terms of radius. That's it. Select the plane, add a modifier as we did with the other one. Select the cylinder again, perfect. Click apply. Now I'm gonna take the cylinder out of here, and we have another plane with a hole in it. Now, of course, we want to extrude it as before, but we want to match the height of the, so I'm going to use this snipping tool, and we're going to select vertex. Now press E for it. Oh, god damn it. Nah, I forgot something. I forgot to go into edit mode and select the vertices. Right. Now I'm pressing E, and it snapped to the bottom because I'm holding the mouse over. Okay, and this is our geometry. This is our model used for geometry. And keep it selected. Export this one as well. FX. The other one I didn't name it, so I'm gonna name this one whole physics. I'm gonna keep the same settings, selected objects, blah blah blah. Perfect. And we're done with Blender. Bye. Models. We have the untitled, which is the whole visual, and the physics whole. This is how they look in Unity. This is the physics one, and the much more beautiful one. This is correct, what we are saying here. We're supposed to see through this side, because we don't care, this will be covered by the top board. We only care about the inside, and we're gonna add the bottom collider later. But now let's make the prefab for this, right? I'm gonna name it whole, reset it, because Unity finds things funny to be placed somewhere else. Drag the visual in it, and we're gonna add a mesh collider. And we have here mesh plane. By default, it selects the mesh that's inside the model you just attached it to, but we're gonna use the mesh from the lower quality, and this is how you see the mesh collider working here. We're gonna apply to prefab. It's not longer a prefab yet. Prefabs. Okay, I'm gonna drag the hole here. Perfect. Save the scene. Let's just give it a test, right? Make a sphere, drag it a bit higher, and add a rigid body to it. Let's drop it and see what happens. Wait. Let's split this view here because the camera isn't set up correctly. And it goes through. Can I try again? Boing. Oops. Ooh. It behaves as it should. This is the sphere. Ooh. We have the hole, right? Right. And now let's make the other holes because there's a bunch of them here. So the basic Carnival game has a V-shaped row of holes in it. We're gonna do the same. Now there is a drawback to using a non-convex shaped mesh collider. You cannot put a rigid body to it and move it. So if you later want to use it, not for it to go through or be or have forces applied on it, but you want to make it cinematic, for example, and you want it to move from left to right, I don't know, to make it harder for the user to aim for a specific hole. You cannot do this. Unity will scream when you want to try and move it, I think. No? Interesting. Ah. Ah, no, I was wrong. So it works if it's kinematic. Okay. You cannot use it without it being kinematic. So you can use it if it's animated. Good to know. I learned something new today. Right, so I hope I didn't mess anything up. It's just a mesh collider. We cannot click convex because obviously it's not convex. We set the mesh to be the lower quality one. And now we said we're gonna make the whole board. Okay. Where is camera? Hello, camera. Okay, so let's start making this thingy. I said this shape. So duplicate this one twice. Place one copy here. The other one here. Let's see. 2, 2. Minus 2, 2. Duplicate them again. This one further up. This one as well. Minus 4. 4, 4. Now let's add some more in here. It's gonna be a 2. These two, I'm gonna duplicate them and move them here. 6. Let's keep the order. It's not important, but makes me wanna scream sometimes. Okay, so everything is at proper coordinates. Great. This one. move it a bit higher, and we can have our arrangement. Save scene before Unity crashes and messes the whole thing up. We're gonna add another cube. Reset it. I'm gonna put a width of 0.1. Scale on Z. So each of these holes occupies 2 meters. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 15, all right? 10, 10, 10. And how, ooh, what length should it have? This, yeah, I think it'll work. Just place it at -6. And yeah, there's a bit of a drop here, so we don't want that. Let's change to side view. This side view? Yeah. And drop it half its width. So minus 0.05. Perfection. Okay, table. We're gonna need to fill these holes here, so we're not gonna go into Blender again. Just duplicate this. I said 2 meters wide, yeah, and 4 meters length. Just gonna grab it, put it here. -4, 0, not 0, 1. Okay. This looks nice. Duplicate it, drag it on the other side, and duplicate it again, make it 2 by 2, and drop it in here. 2, 0. Duplicate it again, and put it at -2. This is it. We have our nice. We don't have faces on the back side of the holes. Doesn't matter. So yeah, this is it. I'm gonna make before starting to test it, I'm gonna make the walls for it, right? Again, our good old cube sides. So this one is gonna be 10, no, not 10, 10, 16. Am I right? Yeah. Because there's 10 here plus 2, 4, 6 from the holes. Thickness 0.1. Where will it be? At 5? At 0.5? And -3. And let's see how good it aligns. Let's get out of ISO mode before I vomit. Yeah, we can move it a bit to 5.05. And it matches. Top job. Yep. Let's duplicate it and put one at minus. Okay, and we're gonna need another one. I'm gonna scale it the other way around. So it's 10 on the x-axis, 0.1, and no, not 0.1, 1 in height and 0.1 thickness. Mistakes were made. This is where it should be. And just place it here. Let's 0 coordinates 0.5 and 5 on the Z. We're gonna move it a little further away, 0.05. This looks quite good. How's the directional light? Okay, never mind. Never mind the light. So we have our, we need another side to be minus. Oh, minus 10, 11. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. We have our little box to play in. You can see the light. It doesn't matter. We can do this. Fix the direction of the light. But I messed it up on the other side. Yeah, it's a bit annoying, so I'm gonna increase this one's length. 11 now. 10.5, 25.1. Much better. We covered everything. Let's not waste more time with any useless junk. We're gonna make another object, empty, reset it, and I'm gonna name it playtable. Playboard. I don't know. Select all of these, drag it inside, and now we have one object that contains all of this, and we can rotate it. Let's rotate it like this and do a bit of a test with the ball again. Rigid body. We need a rigid body. Where is the ball? Where it shouldn't be, obviously. Every time. So drag the game view. Don't care about you for now. Press on play and watch the ball roll around the toing. Let's select global axis. Oops. Let's press pause for a second. Toing. Whoop. Come on. Oh, and it fell. So it works as expected, and I haven't written anything yet. Where am I? Oh, okay. Right. Rotate the whole thing. It should be tilted towards the user, right? Minus 10 degrees Celsius. So the ball will be dropped here. The player will flick the... okay, let's set up the game camera, right? I think we're gonna need to raise it, tilt it towards the table like this. Maybe even higher. Yeah, should be enough. We could do some coloring here to let the user know which hole is more precious. Materials to the rescue. Create material. First ones should be yellow. They are the lowest in quality. Okay, I'm gonna grab it and paint the holes with, not you. Play. Doop, 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 doop. Another color. Two more colors. Green. I like green. Green is life. Or bacteria. Or acid. Red. Red RD. For people who do not like typing. This one is the most precious of them all. Let's paint the table as well. Should it be white? White. White as white. Not you. You. Doesn't work in game view. Let's do this and this and this and this. Save it. Too white maybe? Not gonna make it gray again. All this trouble for nothing. Look. No. Just a bit. Okay. This is it. What did I say we need to do? How should the user interact with this? Hello user. Let's select 16 by 9. The user will flick with his mouse. So the ball is here. You flick towards the right. How about we make another prefab, which is the hole I keep adding and removing. Rigid body. It's not a sphere, it's a ball. I'm gonna drag this one as well here. Made the prefab out of it. Now, somebody needs to read the mind of the user, right? Or his input, which will be touch based. But so let's drop the ball because it's way too high. Okay. So you select the ball and immediately flick it towards a hole here. But what if you just do this? Select the ball and drag your mouse. Maybe we have a timer. So after selecting the ball, you have like a third of a second to move your mouse in a direction. And when that time expires, we take the position of the mouse, make a raycast against the board, get that position, and add a force with the exact vector from that position towards the ball. Easy. Now somebody has to type this. Let's make an input handler. Input handler. Mr. Input Handler. Create folder scripts. I'm gonna warn you, I think we're gonna write more than we did in the last video. Input handler. I'm telling you, hell is where you wait for Unity to compile forever. And JetBrains Rider. It's a very nice IDE. Just takes some time to start up for the first time when it loads the project. Remove the crap. What does it do? So we said we're gonna make a timer. Serialize field, private, float, input time, or how do I input time 0.3. And now on update we are going to get the mouse position. First, if the mouse is clicking, no, input get mouse down 0. Okay. I like when it does this. Sometimes it gets it terribly wrong, but I'm surprised it figured out I need to do this. Main screen, screen to point ray, input mouse position. Yes. And if physics raycast out, raycast hit, what I said when the user touches the ball, not something else. So we're gonna use some layers here. Ball layer default, no. We're gonna add layer 6 ball, and the other one is board. Board. Oh, this is the ball, yeah. Apologize. Apply. Now, this is the board. Yes, all the children. Apply. Save. So, now raycast hit. Max infinity. Layer mask, get mask ground, not ground. I said ball. Always press copy 10 times just to be sure. So if we hit, it will only pick up the ball because it's the only one on this layer. So inside here we're gonna assume we have the ball. So we're gonna start the timer. We're gonna start typing time. Select ball time equals time dot time minus input time. What's your problem? Cannot convert from type flow to target. What? Oh, idiot. Right. So which one is first? If the user did let go, or we're gonna also get the rigid body of the ball. Private rigid body selected ball equals hit collider game again. Thank you. But should we do this every time? We're not gonna this equals no. Typing is harder today. So we also know the rigid body of the ball, so we can apply forces to it later. So here we're gonna check if the user has let go get mouse button up, yes, or time minus selected. If it's greater, yeah, what? We're gonna get the position of the, we're gonna do a raycast again. Private vector 3 release position, which is, we're gonna do another physics raycast. If we're gonna check physics raycast ray. We don't have the ray. Should we get this every time? Screen point to ray. Yeah. Ray out. Raycast hit max infinity. Layer mask is wrong, but I'm not gonna blame you. It should be board. What does get mask give us? Either built-in returns equivalent layer mask. Okay. So we have our hit and we will have the release position equals hit point. Now, have I done this correctly? I'm gonna raycast against the wall. We take the time, we take the rigid body if we don't have it yet, and we wait until either the user releases or the time has expired. In that case, we do another raycast, and against the board, I'm gonna use another variable here, private bool. So if all this happens, we have a direction to push the ball towards to. If it doesn't, because maybe he releases the mouse outside of the board, we don't have a direction. So can push ball equals false. Can push ball. So can push ball equals true. Great. This is it with update. Fixed update, fixed update. If can push ball, obviously can push ball equals false now. And you cannot go into cache can push ball. I think you can. Selected ball. There is another case here where you don't select the ball and you release somewhere. In that case, we have another variable here. I'm complicating myself. Ball is selected. Get false. If you click, this one is false. If you click on the ball, then it's true. And here, if ball is selected and this or that, then ball is selected. False. Can push ball. If can push ball, can push ball. So there is no chance we end up in here without selected ball being a rigid body. I don't think so. So selected ball, add force, and force. Release position minus rigid body selected ball position impulse. It should work. Obviously it won't because I have forgotten something, but I do not know it yet. Boom. Oh. Another bug. The user can just do this. Well, wait, what happened there? Boing. Doing. So we will only let the user do this if the ball touches this side. If it doesn't, tough luck. So we're going to put a script on this side, this one. Input handler is mostly done, I think. I'm gonna call this script ball detector. It's a thing that detects balls. Which one was it? This one. And let's go into prefer mode so we don't screw it. Ball detector. Come on. Let's put it on top. Right. Ball detector detects balls. This is what it does. So on collision, enter. I'm gonna do something here. And on collision, exit. So normally I would set a variable true when it enters collision and false when, no, we need to check what it touches, right? If other, I don't like to compare tags, I'm gonna compare layers. Game object, layer equals, now you know about ground. How do you manage to, don't destroy anything. Get it so wrong sometimes. What was the layer named? I'm always going in here and copying because everybody has had stupid problems mistyping something and then spending 3 weeks trying to fix what's not exactly broken. So we are checking if it's the ball. If it's the ball, I should be put something can push ball true and can push ball false. But the input handler needs to know about this. So we're going to have to either have a reference from the input handler to the side, or we're going to do something else. We are going to use a scriptable object that will hold this Boolean variable at runtime. I don't care about it outside of play mode. And this way I can keep the input handler and the side of the box totally separate. They don't have to know about each other. Let's put the input handler at 0, 0. I can tomorrow replace this, put something else, and the game will not crash. So how do we do this, right? Well, we're gonna make a Boolean variable. Bool variable. Now, if they would somehow make it compile instantly, this inherits a scriptable object, and it has a serialized field bool value. We're gonna encapsulate it because we're fancy, and we're not going to allow writing. We need to allow writing. What the hell am I saying? Value. Great. And I said we don't care about its value outside of play mode. So obviously, if you change it during play mode, it will be saved when you exit. And I do not want that. So we're gonna inherit something else. A serializable callback receiver. And we're gonna use these two methods here. On before and on after. And on after, we do value equals false. Now, let's create asset menu file name. Oops. Please show it again. Okay. Bool variable. Now I'm gonna add something here. I'm gonna show you why. Scriptable objects. Let's call them variables. Variables. But because we might need another type of variable, so I'm not gonna waste my time rewriting this crap every time. So we're gonna do this. Make a generic type. Create script, call it variable. It's still a scriptable object. Scriptable. In fact, I'm gonna copy everything from this. Okay, remove the crap. Copy these two methods. No, we cannot copy it. So this variable of type T. Implement these two. We're not going to implement them. I'm going to make them abstract. Yeah, the class is abstract too. Shut the fuck up. And serialized T value and encapsulate it. Yep. So this one, what does it have? Only this. It's a variable bool. Override. Yeah, that's what the problem is. Override. Value equals false. Value It's private, protected. I know, you do not like. It works. So we made the bool variable. Let's go to Unity and see what the hell am I talking about here. I'm gonna make another folder called globals, right? We're gonna make a scriptable object variables bool variable. And why did I put the underscore before it? Because I'm gonna place the name before this and let the bool variable at the end, so you later know which type the scriptable object is. So what was this supposed to do? Or allow the user to flick the ball. So can push ball. Okay, so this side, which one? Let's go in here. We had a script on it, yeah, ball detector, and it has a reference to that private bool variable. Ball detected, and if value, what the fuck? Value equals true. Sometimes Rider is amazing, sometimes not. So if we're touching something and it has the layer ball, that means we are touching the ball. If we're not, if something with a layer mask ball gets out of collision, then we don't detect the ball. Perfect. This way I clip this clean. I don't need to put a reference to the input handler or input handler to have a reference in here. All I need to do is know that there is a bool variable, can push ball, and I do my logic according to this. So I'm gonna wrap all this if can push ball, put that value, and we're gonna do this thing, right? Let's see. This one needs to know about what I like it already filters, and also the input handler has to know about this variable. Nice. Save. And now we shouldn't be allowed to touch the ball if it doesn't touch this side of the table. Ding. Yeah. Oh, let's see if the timer is a bit too long. Yeah, it seems a bit too long. 0.2. Yeah. So you're supposed to just flick fast towards the top end, and it shouldn't waste your time. This way you always get a 1, but what's the 1 going to do to you? Right. Let's put the detectors in the holes, right? What do we have? Anything overridden here? What do we have overridden? the layer. It didn't get. Okay, apply everything. Apply everything. Yeah, so if you have a small thingy next to like this, no, here, for example, you have a little line here, that means something from this prefab is overridden in the scene, and you can check it here. So this whole transform is different, reversed, because I just wanted to prove a point. Blah, blah, blah. Right, add the bottom ends to the whole. So I'm gonna pick the prefab, master of the whole. So I said we're gonna, where is this prefab? We're gonna add here, add a 3D object. It's a cube, reset, box collider, whatever, 0.1. Let's look from the top. It should be bigger. 2, like the like the top of it. Okay, let's align it properly. -1. -1. Let's leave it at -1. Great. So this will be detecting the ball when it falls in the hole. So I'm gonna add a script to it. Script ball detector. We already have a ball detector. It's the ball detector that lives in the hole. Ball detect. Boy, it's a ball detective. Ball detector. Whole ball detector. I mean, it's like it's not detecting only half of it. It detects the whole ball. So, oops. Is it worth checking what layer the object that collided with this ball detector? Because there's nothing else in here, but I don't know. It's good practice. On collision, enter. So as we do for if other game object layer equals layer mask, get mask. Oh, this is nice. This is why I like Rider, because it hooks into Unity and knows where to search for shit and stuff. And if you it's very helpful in countless scenarios. Right. So what should we do when we detect the ball? We should have some points, right? Private, my eye. Private int points. Each hole has a number of points that it gives when what? When the ball is detected. So I'm gonna have to tell somebody that the ball won these many points. And we're gonna use a scriptable object again. Right. And good thing I made it generic, because this one will be an int variable. Int variable. Int variable, it's a variable of type int. Put everything here. Oh, I like you. I like you. I like you better. Value equals 0. Do I have to put anything else here? What was the bool variable? No. This crap. At the top of it. Create Oh, yes. Okay. Ah, God damn it. Jesus Christ. I'm disappointed. Import missing blah. Not a bool variable, it's an int. And it's an int here. Right. Go back to Unity. Where are the globals? Can push OK, and this one is going to be scriptable variable int variable points. Points. This holds the points. Right. So I didn't make the script whole ball detector. Yeah. Let's put it up top. Points. 0 because this is the generic prefab, and okay, it also has to have a reference to the int variable. Yeah. Yeah. So what I don't like using these scriptable objects because they are global and anybody who has a reference to them can write. You can't really restrict it to be written by a specific object. But if you don't do stupid things won't happen. Value plus equals points. Now let's drop the reference to the scriptable object, and as far as this is why I like it. The holes now work without having to be bothered by who the hell is going to need that value, and the one that needs to know that value doesn't need to know who the hell writes that value. I don't like this position. It kind of drops and takes a while until let's put it on 0. 0. Let's see how fast it drops. I think it's pretty decent. Also, all the holes have detectors on them, and we need to take each and every one of them and add points to them. So I'm gonna group them again just because. Create empty, reset position, let's call it yellow holes. Select all the yellow holes and drop them inside here. Okay. Empty again. Green holes. Select these. Ooh. Because this one should have been here. Okay. Green holes. Red holes, which is 1. This is what we could do. Now, let's expand all of them and cube. That's what I called it. Let's give it a proper name. It's the ball detector. Whole ball detector. Whole ball detector. Much better. And select all of them and give 1 point. The green holes. Is there a shortcut to expand everything? should be 1, 3, and the red one will have 7. So the yellow ones award 1 point, the green ones how many? 3, and the red one 7. Okay, how do we test this? We can test it very easily. We don't need to, we just need to watch this variable. Where is the, so we throw the ball and nothing happened. Did we get an error or something? No. So the whole ball detector doesn't work. Why? On collision enter, if blah blah blah. What happened? What happened? Let's put a breakpoint there and figure out how this ended up being. You haven't eaten today? Okay, this is enough. Let's just grab it and drop it wherever. God damn it. Oh, it's outside. Sorry, apologize. I apologize. Come on. Jesus Christ. Yes. What layer does it have? 6. What is this? 64. Because I'm checking the layer against the layer. What a moron. Not get mask. I don't need an... is this how I'm supposed to check it? Layer mask, name to layer. Name to layer. Ball. Where have I done this before? Have I? In every other place I wrote correctly. Only here I messed it up. So I'm gonna do the thing about, where I copy 10,000 times. Oops. Okay. Just to be sure. Now, where were we? Testing the variable, which is this one. I'm gonna flick the ball and do the thing again where we just drop it inside here. So, come on. Work with me. Right. Points variable 7. And now we need the ball back. Give me the ball back. Okay, so where is the ball right now? We're gonna what? We need to add a script on the ball. But I wanted to do something else. It's gonna be ball resetter. Resetter with 2 T's or 1? Now it complains, so typo, rename to. How about suggest resetter? It doesn't like resetter either. What's your problem? I don't know. Is it resetter or what I wanted to show you? So realize field private vector 3 reset position. So whole ball detector, it should get the object and tell it to reset. But I don't need to. Why am I going to do? Oh no, oh no. Why I'm going to do what I'm going to? I reset. I'm going to create an interface which will only have interface whatever and just call it reset. What the dude? Reset. What's your problem? Ah, void reset. So ball resetter is a mono behavior. Also I resetter. And it has this method that does some things. The whole ball detector, if equals ball, we don't need this check anymore. Or do we? And it will also do this if other game object try get component out I resetter. So the whole ball detector only needs to know that it has to reset whatever it touches. So it doesn't need to know the whole class of whatever it is. It just needs to know. This is why I like using interfaces, because I'm composing behaviors without having to come up with a piece of shit hierarchy, which I'll always have to go in back and fix shit that doesn't really make sense. USA. Transform position equals reset position. Also, because it's a rigid body, we have to reset the forces on it. Otherwise, who knows what will happen. I love it. I love it when Rider does this. Velocity equals 0. Thank you. Angular velocity. Good. Are you listening to me on the microphone or what? So, we haven't told the ball what's the reset position. It's this plot twist. Let's go to overrides. No overrides, but why is the position different if it has no overrides? Okay, so I'm gonna copy position, and where is the script? We didn't put it. Ball resetter, put it up top, and paste the position. Great. Now the ball knows where to get back when told to. And apparently no, it doesn't do that. Why? Why don't you do that? Where is the hole detector? Put another breakpoint here. Why are you compiling scripts? Did I manage to press play before it managed to compile? Points, variable. +1. And now it worked. So the issue was there was no issue. Ah, I need to place. Wait, something wrong here. Copy, paste, position, apply, and save. Curious. Now I put the ball on 0, but as I'm looking, it's not exactly on 0 somehow. That's because it is. It is. Why aren't the holes aligned? What the hell happened? How did everything get shifted? Is it because of the angle of the? No. Somehow everything is shifted to the right. The holes, I mean. This was the problem. So the table was in the wrong place. Now I think the ball is in too deep. We're gonna need to change the position again. Apply, copy, position, go to this one and paste the position and apply and save everything. Okay, it should go into the hole and it should reset, and the variable should have picked up something. Now, why is the ball moving so slow? Well, it's because we have ignored something. There's a small fly flying in front of my face. 4 points. So the reason why it seems to be moving so slow is because everything is huge. As I've said, the ball is 1 by 1 by 1. 1 in unity means 1 meter. So imagine how big this ball is. So we have to scale something either down or up. And I think the easiest solution right now is to just scale. Wait, was I? Scale the gravity. Which is in physics. 9.81. Should we increase it 10 times? I think the ball should be 10 times smaller than 1 meter. Let's see what happens. We need much more force. And maybe we exaggerated a bit. Divided by 5. Didn't seem to help much, but why was there such a delay? Ah, I know. Yeah, so there is a bit of a bug if you uh, select the ball and quickly move your side outside of the board. The timer has expired, but it cannot do the rate cast. And if I move the cursor back over the board, it triggers. Okay, now go to input handler and if the ball is selected, physics race cast, release position, ball is selected false, can push ball. I'm gonna move this outside. No, you should flick again. Basically, this is what we'll do. You should flick again if you flicked fast and you have to press play, right? You have to flick again. So yeah. Yeah. Just be careful not to. But it's very easy to. Maybe I'm gonna do this. Decrease the timer even more. 0.1. Now I have another problem. 0.15. I shouldn't have just stopped play mode because I can just edit this value. Yeah, I think this is better. Whoop. Whoop. Let's check the variable. 7. Like I haven't eaten at all today. Maybe we can extend the whole plane outside. Maybe we could do that. Add the plane. Yeah. To the playboard. Yeah, I think to the playboard. Because it also has to be tilted the same way. Create 3D object plane. What did I do? Let's put it at 0. Add the plane. This will be. Remove the visuals of it. Will be 100. 100. So this will extend. I should have let the mesh filter just to see it here. 100. 100. Oh, it's not enough. 1000. Yeah, like this. And now we can remove the remove component. So this will also have the layer board on it, and it will allow input. So even if you end up with your mouse outside, it will still work. This is how you properly fix things. And I think the although it seems to be a bit high risk in this corner, because if you don't should I make the ball a little smaller? Or that's the whole point? You need to hit the holes, otherwise you don't move your horse on the racetrack. Come on, you can do it. Let's make the ball a little smaller. 0.7, 0.7, 0.7. Okay. What the fuck? Should I add a minimum force to it? Dude, what is this since I messed with the gravity? Divided by 5 again. No, dude. Dun, 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 dun. Something is very dubious. Come on, ball. Dude, what the collider? I'm getting suspicious. Somebody's messing up with me. Just it's behaving like it has a hell of a lot of drag on it. 1, 1, 1. Ah, what a moron. It's the plane I just added. Yeah. Revert. No. Apply. It's the plane I just added. It covers the holes. Okay. So this plane. Where are you? And look, the plane is right here. I'm gonna have to drop it down. Yeah, like this. And a bit lower than the detector. Right, so where is the plane? it stretches up until this here. I think it's good enough for it to detect a user's input. Yep, everything is as it should. Okay, enough messing around. Let's do the horses. We're gonna do programmer art again. The horses will be cute, I'm gonna tell you right now. This will be the racetrack. And it will be very thin, 0.1 thin. It will be the length of the table, and let's move it over here, and let's leave this too. Okay, this is the racetrack, and it will have a racehorse on it. What am I doing here? We don't need the box collider for it. Just needs to be visible. Racehorsey. Sits on top of it. From here, something's bothering me. 2.5. 2 and Z6, and I'm gonna rotate it 10 degrees, minus 10 degrees, yeah, but not now. Okay, so wait, I said not now, and I did it anyway. Let's do the thingy again. So 6, 2.5, 4.5. Okay. And guess what? This horse will have a script on it. I'm gonna call it racehorse. I'm gonna drop it on the cube directly. Did it work? Yeah, but it put it last. Remove the box collider. Racehorse. So the racehorse will have like, private float start x and float stop x, and is going to read from, guess what? From guess where? Private int variable horse count points variable, and on update we're just gonna do it all the time. Transform position equals new vector 3. Why did you lerp? How is vector 3 lerp from start x to stop x? What will be the max points? 100? Private int max points. Points variable dot value max points. What's your problem with statics? This is the yeah, you did math. Verb. Now what's your problem? New vector 3. This yeah. What's your problem here? Loss of fraction. Okay, float. And this will get the points variable. And we are going to watch it move across the board. Pam 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 pam. Oops. 0 is not there. What are you doing? What are you doing? Ah, I need to tell it. 4.5 minus 4.5. Come on. Why are you doing this to me? Whoops. Yes. So basically, it works. I cannot modify this because if I try to modify it, it goes after modifying it, it goes into after deserialize and it resets. But it would be nice if I could just do that at runtime from the inspector. Now, we need to add more horses because reasons. So this one will be tilted minus 10 degrees. No, not just you. Create an empty object. Reset it. Race track 1 will have the race track and the race horse. And it will be tilted minus 10 degrees. And we are going to duplicate it 4 times. And just like that, go to local and move it like this from 0, 0 to 125, 1.5. This will be 3. Doesn't work like that. This one too. Wait. 1.5. Too tired. I am too tired. Just yes. Just a second. Excuse me. I'm being told to speak louder. 4.5. Yes. This is perfect. And now we're going to create a bunch more variables. Points variable, this will be points variable 1, 2, 3, 4. Points 2, points 3, points 4. And because I won't have to just create new tables for the AI, I'm just gonna write some controllers directly here. Horse control, no, AI player, which will just be a simple, oh, this game contains AI. Will be a simple thing that just puts random numbers in that variable, and that's it. So this will have a reference to the int variable, private int variable, points variable. Come on, move it a little. So we're going to make a list of points to award. List int points, and every 2 seconds or so it's going to pick a random number, float, 2 to 3 seconds, I think. Should be a random number between timer between points equals to private max time equals 3. Now I'm gonna do it directly on the start method. Private enumerator. What the hell? Dude. Okay, just leave me alone. Sometimes enumerator. While true, yield return. You wait for seconds. I like it. I like it. Just don't put. Okay. Points variable value equals no, not points. Random points of random. Exactly. This. Okay. This is what you're gonna do. So let's populate the list for. Did I make the variables? Yeah, I did. Look at them. How beautiful they are. Waiting to be selected. Save. And there's something I don't like here that I will have to complete this for every, which should be the same. So I'm going to make another scriptable object. This will actually hold data. AI points data. Okay, it's a scriptable object, and it has that list of points. Yeah. Put a nice getter on it. Create asset menu. Exactly. AI points data. And you will have a reference to it. What's the name of the class? Rename this to what? Rename it to points data. No, it's not needed. And you're gonna do this points data, points, the points data, points count, capacity count, capacity something else. No, we should have a prefab. Should, but we didn't make one, so screw it. Globals, let's call it data. Data and variables. Drag them here. Create AI points data. 1, 2, 3. This one has. I'm an idiot. They're all the same. It's AI points data and that's it. This is empty. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. The other one had 3, 3, 3, and 7. So basically I'm giving more chances to get 1, a bit less chances to get 3s, and only 1 chance to get a 7. And just do this instead of doing the same thing for everybody. Save. And I think I wrote this already. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, all of them moved. Why? God damn it. Was it a coincidence, or are they all watching the same points variable? Yep, they are. Because why? Because it's the race horse that it's watching this. This should have been the 100 should have been in a scriptable object as well. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Wait. The AI is wrong. Dude. Not equals. Plus. Now you're talking. I think I have to increase the time it gives score to AI because I'm losing. Especially when I'm missing the holes like this. Come on, yes. But if I hit a 10, you can just click it as fast as you can and I'm releasing it a bit too high. I was just about to say I'm gonna get all 10s from now, but it's not that. Whoa. we're going to have to limit the speed of the ball. Or increase the frequency of the physics engine. Where is time? 0.02. Go to 100 hertz. Yeah. Nice. Ah, I messed it up. So, I'm gonna put this into AI data as well. What the fuck? And go here. Points data. Min. Points data. Max. And I won't have to change it in one place. Here. For everybody. 3.5 to 5 seconds. Whoop. Boing. Oh. You have to have a bit of like a very fine balance between not being an animal and just throwing it to the horizon and not being a wimp. Yep. Sweet Jesus. This one. I'm gonna increase the size of this collider. Size. 50. At 25 and move it by 12.5. And this side, no. This side. So 25, oops. What? 25, 12.5. And this, what? 12, that's it. 25, 12. And remove the 5. Just make invisible walls everywhere. Sorry if I'm speaking a bit soft. We'll see in the post-processing. Right, I was supposed to just as fast as possible. Come on, ball. Yep. Boing. That's because I'm pushing it straight ahead, I think. Or no. Can I do that again? Ish. Yeah. So it needs a bit of tuning and figuring out exactly how to make it harder for the player. Maybe drop the ball randomly here instead of being on the center always. But also when you miss. Like this one. Come on. And we need to find another thing. Boing. We need to figure out what to do when the player 1 one of the player wins, and everything should stop. Okay, so the race will know exactly when. When it finished. So we're gonna use another variable, private int variable, one id, one index variable. We just hold the index of the player that won, and if points variable value is greater or equals, I'm gonna put another thing here, private int index. No, let's get all the horse seeds. This is index 0 in resource. Get the variable that doesn't exist. Global variables, create scriptable object variables int. Gonna name it win index. Racehorse, and win index. And this one is 0. This one is 1. This one is 2. And this one is 3. Now, win checker. Reset. Another script. I wrote so many scripts today. Win checker. Come on, compile. Do it instantly. We don't have time. This one checks private int variable win index variable. Okay, on start min, what? No, win, I wrote correctly, equals -1. And we're gonna check on update because we can. If no win value greater than -1, we are going to write something. But text mesh pro text component. We're gonna write something. Text component text. You win. Close enough. Race 1 by player. Exactly. Come on, win value +1, because if you see race 1 by player 0, everybody freaks out. So on I'm gonna need to add a canvas here. A canvas. Yes, and in the canvas, we're going to add UI text mesh pro. Okay, import everything. And this will be win text, which will be disabled. And this win text is in the center. Race 1 by player 1. But we also need to add a panel to it because it looks like crap. Not that I'm going to do some awesome thingy. Now, there's two things that need to happen. First of all, let's make this panel opaque, and maybe give it a little bit of space around it. Race 1 by player 1. Race 1 by disable wrapping. Yes, this will be disabled. What? Win checker. No, bye. We don't need you. We're gonna put the win checker here. Win checker here. Win index variable. This is it. Text component. This text component. And also, when we do this, we also do text component dot transform dot parent game object set active. So everybody sees it. Now, the thing about these scriptable object variables. Who the hell uses them in the project? So find references in project. There is no result in project, but it is in hierarchy. So it's used by resource 1, 2, 3. So everybody and the win checker. Just in case you need to find the references of who is actually using this. So every racehorse knows to put the value of the winning horse in the win index variable. Now, there is an issue. Nobody else knows the race is finished, so they continue playing. And we will do this. What should we do? We should not be checking. We're just gonna deactivate all horses. So points variable value equals index, and this is another check. If points variable value greater than -1, that means that somebody won. Game object set active false. So this way nobody else runs around behind the scenes. And even if the player has happened to throw a ball that ends up maxing the points for him while another horse won, because the horse will be disabled, it won't check the variable. Let's see. I'm starting not to make any sense anymore. I don't see any horses. They are all disabled. Because why? Points. I'm not doing anything with this. And I should have done. It's this if points variable greater than this equals the index. If this is greater than, what the hell? Mistakes were made. Yeah, come on, come on. Nice. Let's win this thing. Nice. So the whole idea of this exercise was, you have an idea, I'm gonna make a gameplay doing this and that. You do it with programmer art, basic shapes. Okay, you've done a hole in Blender, good for you. But you have very quickly reached to a gameplay state where you can figure out if the gameplay is shit or it needs more tweaking. Instead of buying all the assets that you fancy on the asset store, starting building a whole world around, and 6 months later deciding I should do the gameplay loop. And then by that time you are already very tired of the project, or even worse, the gameplay doesn't seem to be fun, life intervenes, and the project grinds to a halt. It's much better if you have a gameplay loop that you find to be very exciting. Okay, we have some shit here. I can actually show it to somebody. Publishers, early access, Kickstarter. And even if people will say, yeah, it looks like crap, but when they play it, they stay glued to it for hours, you have something there. I'm gonna lose this race very, very hard. The last one I will be. I love it when it does. We used to play a game when we were kids. We had a number of holes lined up. Race 1 by player 3. That's all the horses got disabled. Job done. What I was saying, we had a number of holes lined up. Every player would have a hole assigned to him, and we would take turns throwing the ball towards the holes. There were some guardrails, but whichever player's hole had the ball after being thrown, he had to pick up the ball and start chasing everybody around the whole neighborhood, trying to hit them with the ball. And you would only escape, you would come back to the holes and put your foot on your hole. If you didn't catch anybody, you would get a small pebble, or if you get hit by somebody's, you will get a pebble. At 7 pebbles, you lose the game, and some weird punishment would be inflicted upon you. So I hope you enjoyed this. I am very tired. I am sorry I'm talking so soft, but see you next time.